Good morning, everyone. Steve here from theturtlefollower.com, and this is the stock market outlook video for the week of Monday, August 10th, 2015. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I apologize for getting this out late. Couple things happened. First of all, I couldn't do anything right with the market this week, so we pretty much shut it down early. And then also, my wife's computer decided to go on the fritz. So the fact is, we bought a new one, now running a 27-inch Retina iMac. So I need a little assistance from you guys, because now, of course, I can only see a 27-inch screen, which is quite large. So I'm kind of doing this the same way I always did as far as the video goes. Just let me know in the comment section or email me or whatever if the text is too small, too big, not clear enough. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to look when it's all said and done, so a little feedback would be great. But with that said, we're looking at the S&P futures here, and the market had a little bit of a pullback this week. We thought we were going to get the bounce we were finally looking for, take us to support, but ultimately we came in and pulled right back into this 2070 area and held it on Friday, so that's a good sign. All right, we put in a tail below it, as we've done so many times in the past. All right, you can see all these tails below 2070. So 2070 is a key level. 2070 really needs to hold, because you can see it was resistance on this week or so of a down move where we consolidated below it, and then it has been support so many times in the past. So I'm really looking for this week a little bit of a bullish, at least some kind of bounce off this level, maybe back to 2090, maybe even 2100. But at this point, I can't say, oh, we're going right through back to resistance, or because I don't know where we're going. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The way this market's acted, one week it looks like it wants to bounce, the other week it looks like it wants to fall apart. The more I look at this, the more I still continue to think that we break out from this range. But with that said, you can see on the weekly chart what's happening. Right, we're starting to get this move where we just continue and continue and continue, and now we're at an area where it looks like we should be bouncing, and we're not, and that's a little bit of a concern. So for me, for this week on the S&P, I think we do get some kind of bounce, maybe even back to this 50-day moving average, 2090, and then from there, it's kind of a coin flip, honestly. I don't know where it goes. I'm not going to lie to you and say I think I do, because the way this market has been going, it's got me completely turned around. And like I said, the weeks I think that we're going to move higher, we ultimately don't, and the weeks I think we're going to move lower, we ultimately don't. So looking at it that way, I think where we're going, just back and forth here. Now, as far as the Nasdaq goes, all right, we've moved higher, came back, tested the 50-day, all right, bounced a little bit, came back, tested the 50-day again. So now you have this lower consolidation. So if we redraw this, let's remove some of these drawings. If you redraw this here, you have now this lower consolidation, which is a concern. Okay, because now what I'm concerned with is that instead of breaking out, we're actually now starting to put in a bit of a downward pattern here. All right, and ultimately this level here, 4,500, needs to hold. All right, if you're a bull, that needs to hold. So right now on the Nasdaq, I'm looking 4,600 and 4,500 is the range, and I think you could see both sides of it this week. Okay, I mean, we're going to see 4,500, but I think you could easily see the 4,600, sometime early in the week. All right, but for right now, I think we're just at a point where we're just bouncing, and we want to see 4,600, what happens there. I think we do see 4,600. I think we at least test this trend line. But again, what happens from there, I don't know. And again, it's just really because the way the market's acted, it's a little tough to see which way is up at this point. The Dow, all right, continually putting in lower days. If you look at it, actually the Dow Jones, you can see that while the futures show a green box, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight days down in a row. that was preceded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight down days in a row. All right, so we're in sell-off mode in the Dow. All right, I think we maybe see a little bit of a bounce because we're seeing some significant selling. All right, I think we see some kind of, at least some kind of relief, but I don't know if it goes much higher than this 7,500 or 17,500. All right, I think maybe you get a couple day relief, and then maybe it continues lower. But you can see how the 50-day is now trending lower. All right, and I think, you know, we're below the 200-day. You want to see the next level that I think shows some kind of support is going to be down here around 17,130. All right, but for right now, I would say the Dow is trending lower. And again, you can see that in the futures themselves. Right here. All right, same idea. We're below the 50-day. Next level of support on the futures is right there at 16,952. So call it 17,000 on the futures. And the last one, the TF, the Russell. All right, just trying to hold on to this level here, this 1200 level. Now closed below the 200-day moving average, where it hasn't done that really since, let's call it, back here. All right, the first close below the 200-day was back here on September 15th, and then the last day was 10.6. All right, so definitely a trend broken here in the Russell. This 1200 level is extremely important. All right, and again, you can see that we're just consolidating in lower boxes, moving lower, and now it's a concern that we continue this pattern where we maybe get a little bit of a bounce, put in a lower high, and then break to the lows. All right, so may not be the most clear and concise weekend update I've ever done, but that's just the nature of where we're at. I'll throw my hands up in this one and say we need some time to see which way this plays out. All right, but again, I think the S&P and the Nasdaq, you probably see some kind of bounce. Dow and the Russell probably head lower, but you know, everything is up in the air at this point. And again, it's just the way the market's been for the last few weeks. It's been a challenge. All right, so again, thank you for sticking with me on this one. Any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as I said, let me know what you think of the video quality, you know, the size of the videos, the size of the text. It would be an extreme help for me. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Have a great week.